you can be powerful and you can be capable and not believe in yourself and therefore lock the door to all of that. It's also important to do the right thing when things don't turn out the way you want. It's always worth it. The biggest reason for that is because you have to live with yourself.
It's always worth it for you.
What is she going to put her stock in? What she knows is right. Hello, and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist who loves movies. This is
Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who needs therapy. Jonathan, are you going to help me today?
I don't help you any day. I'm here for them.
Oh. I'll learn how this works eventually.
You know what? You make money, get a therapist. Gosh dang. It's not all about you. It's all about Elphaba today, actually. We're doing a villain therapy.
I sensed a question mark in that, or a stroke.
She's the people of Oz think she's a villain, but we don't. This is a journey to a sort of healthy self-centeredness, which isn't to say that she's selfish or thinks only about herself, but rather that she is her own center. She does not outsource acceptance or belonging, and she is not looking for moral guidance from those who are morally corrupt.
I see what he did there.
How can we be healthily self-centered while also being selfless? Elphaba guides the way.
Take it away, Greenie. Cynthia Erivo is a genius.
Yeah.
And Ariana Grande is an assassin.
She's a real dynamo, though.
Have a matching exterior, and since folks here to an absurd degree seem fixated on your verdigris, would it be alright by you if I degreenify you? And though of course that's not important to me, alright, why not?
I really like this song.
It's a very good song. Good job, Stephen Schwartz.
So this whole song is about the wizard's gonna fix it. Yes, people here are ridiculous. Like, Elphaba sees their prejudice as ridiculous, but she also wants their approval. And I think that's true of a lot of us. We wish people would accept us as we are. We think that they won't. We think that's stupid. But at the same time, okay, this is the reality we live in, trying to make it work. And she believes the wizard is gonna make it right. That's the whole mentality, right? So she's good, but she's not reliant on her goodness. She accepts herself, but only to a degree. What she really wants is for everybody else to do it, and she thinks he's gonna fix this for me.
When you're on the run from an evil imposter wizard, you might feel like you don't have time to book a doctor's appointment.
And you might fall off your broom outside your doctor's 9 to 5 office hours.
Or accidentally turn your boyfriend into a scarecrow in the middle of the night.
Or have a late night heart-to-heart with your best friend that convinces you that it's time to make some changes.
Like actually booking that doctor's appointment that you've been putting off.
With ZocDoc, having no time to book a doctor's appointment, it's actually no problem.
Go to ZocDoc anytime, 24/7.
To find a doctor you love and make your health plan happen.
Even if it's way after hours.
ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality, in-network doctors so you can find someone you love.
You can find doctors that are right for you, see their real-time availability, and click to book instantly.
No waiting around? No phone tag.
You can find in-network appointments with more than 150,000 healthcare providers in all 50 states.
You can easily search by specialty or symptom to build the care team that's right for you.
I wonder if they have any specialists who treat verdigris.
That it's not a real condition. And Elphaba doesn't need to fix that, she just needs to accept herself.
ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours. You can even score same-day appointments.
I'm gonna use ZocDoc to find and book great doctors near me.
Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/cinematherapy to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/cinematherapy. In case you didn't guess, this message is sponsored by ZocDoc. And she has the exact same mentality when it comes to what's happening with the animals.
Dr. Dillman, what you were saying just now, could that really happen?
It is happening. You'll find if you make it discouraging enough, you can keep anyone silent.
That's a scary truism.
Yup.
But if animals are losing the ability to speak, leaving Oz, then someone's got to tell the wizard.
Listen to me. You mustn't tell another soul what you've heard and seen here tonight.
But that's why we have a wizard.
Here's the thing, you can be good and you can be powerful and you can be capable and not believe in yourself and therefore lock the door to all of that. Like all of that power to do good is just dormant because you believe in somebody else so much that you just put it in their lap. This is why we have a wizard. Two major problems in Elphaba's life. I'm green and people don't accept me, and the animals are losing their ability to speak, and she sees the wizard as the solution to both of their problems.
Yep.
But what happens when she has a faith crisis?
He's in pain. Quick, how do I reverse it?
Reversed?
How do I reverse it?
A spell from the Grimoire can never be reversed. Elphaba. Elphaba.
No. No.
So here's the faith crisis. She was used to do something terrible by the very person she trusted. And when I say faith crisis, I'm not just speaking about religion. We put our faith in a lot of things.
Power? I told you.
Elfie, this is a sound of ice.
Just what we hoped for. Eyes in the skies.
Yes, they'll make perfect spies.
Spies.
We put our faith in people, in politicians, in religions. We put our faith in a lot of things.
It's you. You're behind all of this. You're the reason why people are turning against the animals. It's all because of you.
We're doing this to keep people safe. All of us will benefit.
Oh, man.
Keep people safe from what?
Since the day you met me.
You will benefit too, dearie. You must trust me.
Don't!
Elphaba, when I first got here, there was discord, there was discontent. And back where I come from, everybody knows that the best way to bring folks together is to give them a real good enemy.
If you wanted spies, why wouldn't you just make them yourself?
And she has this realization right here. Why did you need me? And you could see in her eyes, you needed me because you don't have any magic power. So not only can he not solve the animal crisis, he can't solve her green skin, which isn't actually a problem, but she interprets it to be because of how she's treated. People call it the shelf breaks when they have their faith crisis and they stop believing. She stops believing in Oz, the wizard at least. What is she going to put her stock in? What she knows is right.
That's why you need all of this. And you need spies and animals in cages and an enemy. You have no real power.
Exactly. That's why I need you.
Think of your future, dearie.
Stay back.
Elfie, listen to them. Please.
Oh my gosh, Goldblum's so good.
Lady, listen, Elphaba, if you can pull this off, first crack out of the box, oh my golly, I can't even imagine. And I meant every word about you having a home here. It's gonna be you and me, and hey, if it'd make you happy, possibly.
Really?
Why not?
Even now he throws in possibly.
No.
Elphaba!
When everything you've ever wanted
Good. Get her back.
comes at too high cost.
Yep.
Elfie.
This is, I guess, just a lore problem for me or something. I haven't read the scriptures. Why the f*** does Morrible need the Wizard of Oz in the first place? She's a witch. She can control the weather. What does she need him for?
Because Oz won the people over. So it's either go to war with Oz and the people or unite with him. He charmed the people when he landed. He told them a story. They bought it.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I don't know. It's bugged me this whole last year and a half. Let me know in the comments, because this is a lore hole. And I want you to fill my lore hole.
Stop it! here's the big pivot for Elphaba. Her faith crisis leads to her putting faith in just herself.
Right.
Which can be an unhealthy thing if you turn so inward that you are no longer turned outward to love or help or connect with others.
Sure.
Elphaba isn't becoming selfish. She's becoming self-centered. And we usually equate those two things, but what I mean is that she is her center. Right. And that's not unhealthy. She knows that she can trust herself to act with integrity. She can trust herself to act with empathy. She can trust herself to do the right thing. She can love others, but she doesn't necessarily have to trust them unless they've earned it. She loves Glinda, but at this point in the story, she doesn't trust Glinda to do the right thing. She trusts Glinda to love her, to support her in her decisions, but the moment she asks Glinda to come with her and Glinda stays behind, she knows, okay, I love you, but I still have to put my trust in myself.
And she does end up alone and hunted and whatever, but it's not because of choices that she's made.
Yeah.
It's because the wizard and Morrible weaponize it and propagandize it and like, oh, she's evil now.
Yeah, because they're threatened by her. And why wouldn't they be? People who stand up and do the right thing and have a backbone and don't back down. Like when Professor Dilliman says,
You'll find if you make it discouraging enough, you can keep anyone silent.
Elphaba is an exception to that, and those people are always seen as dangerous to those in power, and they will do whatever they can to tear them down and smear them.
Yep.
But she's going to keep kicking ass, and she's going to get a full-on Indiana Jones moment right here.
Oh, boy.
I had some issues with the second film, but this opening was not one of them. This was cool.
It was great. Such a rip-roaring way to start the movie after what we'd seen at the end of the first movie.
Like, first of all, she's using a whip. Oh! Second of all, when she punches people or hits them, it makes a really meaty sound, so very Indiana Jones. God, to your point about the sound design of this film, like...
It goes hard.
Oh, gosh! She's got a badass hat, just like Indiana Jones.
I'm telling you, she's basically Magic Indiana Jones.
But the real reason is, you remember in Temple of Doom when he stares down the guy who's hurting the kids?
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
It's a full-on badass hero shot, and I am not mad about it at all. It's badass, but as you were saying, it's lonely.
Yeah.
She's persecuted, she's hounded, she's smeared in the press, and she has to hide. Maybe you haven't experienced all of those things, but when you stood up to do what was right, and it bit you in the face, right? People turned on you, people abandoned you, they didn't have the backbone, they disagreed with you, whatever it is, it can be really hard and really lonely to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may question the cost, but it's always worth it to do what's right. The biggest reason for that is because you have to live with yourself.
Yeah, it's always worth it for you.
And when we talk about self-love and self-acceptance and self-compassion, those things become mighty hard to give yourself in good conscience when you're going against that same conscience. But again, she's lonely. She remembers how good it felt and how welcome she was when she was believed in the wizard and was going along with things, and she thinks maybe there could be a compromise.
It's possible I could agree.
Wonderful.
But this time, you have to prove yourself to me.
No more blaming the animals, and the ones who've left Oz should be free to return without fear.
Hey, with you by my side, I'm not gonna need to blame the animals anymore.
You're not going to need spies either, so set the monkeys free.
Done.
I did it. I mean, we did it.
I did it. We did it. I do think it's a little bit of a tiny passive-aggressive power play on part of the wizard. Elphaba has just stood up to him, has just dictated the terms, so he's going to toy with her for just a second so that he feels like he's not just being...
He's not just getting rolled over, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a decision, it's tough. It's like, no, it's not. She has all the power.
There's an ancient legend that I've heard many times about a boy who picks up a snake because the snake is at the top of a mountain. And the snake is like, I'm really cold, please, I'm freezing to death, take me down. And so the boy says, no, you're going to bite me. The snake says, I would never bite someone who has been so good to me. Please save my life. So the boy puts the snake in the satchel, carries the snake down from the mountain. At the bottom where it's warm, the snake bites him. And the boy says, how could you do this to me after I was so good to you? And the snake says,
That's not what the snake says.
The snake says,
You knew what I was when you picked me up.
Oz is a snake. Can't make deals with people who lack integrity.
Correct.
Especially if you're the one pushing it forward.
I mean, you can, but it'll go badly for you.
There's a difference between a person who lacked integrity and is now taking accountability and showing integrity, and a person who you're just winging a prayer hoping that if you push it along, they'll change. Doesn't work.
Elphaba, try to understand.
No.
I'm not a bad man. I'm just
Yes, you are. You're a very bad man. You once asked me what my heart's desire was, and I know now what that is. And that is to fight you till the day I die. Run.
What a shot. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Just great shot design of like chasing him up the stairs and then flying over him to get out. And the visual effects work is spectacular throughout this movie. Backgrounds, animals, there's a bunch of invisible stuff that you would never notice.
Clock tick.
Clock tick.
Clock tick. Clock tick. Clock tick.
Clock tick.
Kudos. VFX teams. I know there were thousands of you.
You can't rely on others to be good unless they've shown you, right? Unless they've shown you that you can rely on that individual or this person, but you can always rely on yourself.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. You are the only person that you are guaranteed to spend every day of your life with. And as much as we rely on and trust, and by nature, we need to, we're communal. And that's important. But the order is even more important. Love others, trust others, align with others. But start with yourself. And so far, she just keeps having to rely on herself until Fiyero comes along and he's like, you can count on me.
He's got those soulful eyes.
Well, he does have those soulful eyes and he does have those tight values. And
he is an integrity snack. Just saying.
It's all just packed in there so nice and tight. Anyway, all his goodness is just right there. Nice and snug.
On display.
On display. So, no, but he shows the moment he gives up Glinda, the moment he gives up his position, and he gives up his own safety to stand by her, to do what's right and to go with her, that he is someone that she can trust. And so she lets him in to her world of very thick wool lingerie.
You're beautiful.
You don't have to lie to me.
There's half a tree sticking out of my hair, I know.
It's not lying. It's
What is it?
Acting.
It's looking at things another way.
No, you're not Timothy Dalton at the end of The Rocketeer, thank you. So it's not lying, it's seeing things in a different way. He really does see her as beautiful.
Yeah.
And he really does see her. All her strength, all her intelligence, all her integrity and compassion, all her values.
Also, Cynthia Erivo is objectively hot, especially green. I'm gonna say it.
Man, her face is so emotive in the best way. Like, it just draws you in.
She's a movie star.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, so just that giant wool onesie, that nightie. But you know, we gotta keep it safe for the kids, so. She is still the only person she's guaranteed to spend every day of her life with.
Yeah.
She is still the only person who 100% she can trust to always do the right thing. But Fiyero, through his actions, has shown that he is someone she can extend trust to, that there is room in the center to share her life with him. She loves Glinda, and she loves Fiyero, but she also trusts him. And so far, Glinda's actions haven't followed suit. But in our Glinda episode, which you can watch right here, Glinda does get there. And she gets there by following Elphaba's example. And Elphaba's not willing to budge on her morals at all when it comes to her being persecuted.
She is going to continue the fight no matter what. It doesn't matter what they do to her.
Yeah.
It does matter what they do
to Fiyero. And that's when she wavers just a little bit. But if you're gonna waver, at least do it through a kick-ass song.
Should be
Generally, the songs in the second half aren't as strong as the first.
This one's a banger.
This is a banger.
Sure, I meant well, look at what well meant did. All right, enough. So be it. So be it then. Let all laws be agreed. I'm wicked through and through, and since I can't succeed, Fierro saving you, I promise no good deed will I attempt to do again, ever again. No good deed will I do again.
Man, that's a hell of a visual. Whew! Stop it! You're so full of it!
That was incredible. What am I listen, I tried. I couldn't even hold on to it. That was nuts. Crazy go nuts.
I can think of twice in my life where I was like so burnt out of trying to do the right thing and it blowing up in my face that I was just like, you know what, who cares? And I lost my moral center, not horribly. I didn't become a criminal, but just where like apathy was just it.
Twice in my life, I haven't felt that.
Man, you were killing me today.
Listen, that happens to me a lot more than it happens to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bad person.
You're not a bad person, but this reminds me a lot of Nick the Fox in Zootopia. If they're only going to see me as a shifty, conniving, deceitful fox, then why even try to be anything else? We land this way when we put too much stock in the approval of and acceptance of other people.
Yes, for sure.
It's good to work towards outcomes. It's good to do the right thing, hoping to have the right outcome. It's also important to do the right thing when things don't turn out the way you want.
Yeah.
Because it's about who do I want to be? At the end of the day, do I refuse to be changed just because of the choices of other people?
And listen, it can be really hard. Everybody has a limit. You're going to come up against, I've been trying to do the right thing and I keep getting punched in the face over and over and over again. And eventually you're just gonna stop unless the right thing pays off.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't turn into the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
Find something else good you can do.
Well, and you lick your wounds, you regroup, and then maybe you say, it might not be the cause that I'm fighting for. Like, maybe the cause is good. It might not even be how dedicated I am to it. It might be, I'm burning myself out the speed I'm going. The fact is, there's always more bad in the world than there is time and ability to fix it. Like, stuff is always getting mucked up.
Entropy is a thing.
Yeah, and we're not going to stop that, but we can like hold the darkness back, right? Through our efforts. And so the important thing to focus on is, what can I do today? What role can I play? When I think it's too much, and I think this a lot given the current state of the world, when I think it's too much and I get overwhelmed by it, the thing that I always hone in on is, what can I do today? If I do what I can do today, that's all I can do. And then also sometimes it's good to have people who aren't burnt out pull you back from the brink.
Yeah.
Because Elphaba has inspired Glinda. Now it's Glinda's turn to help Elphaba find the light again.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a
Movie star. Like, she's a dynamo.
I'm so excited to see
In a distant
where else she goes with her career.
Who can say if I've been
Well, obviously on stage she's super accomplished already, but like the movie-going public is just now getting... She did a Harriet Tubman movie, which was pretty
I
good.
knew you. I have been changed for good.
So to your point about like when you've pushed too hard and gone too far and sometimes you need a friend to pull you back in.
Yeah.
You've been that for me any number of times. Probably more than I've been that for you. I have done that for you.
Oh, especially in recent years, you've done that for me big time.
Having a friend that you can count on, that you know is going to be able to lift you up when you've been punched in the face one too many times is insert Rocky reference.
There's too many.
Can't do it. Even if that friendship hasn't really changed you, it has changed you.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that these movies get at so well, is that a lot of the friendships that we have in our lives are set against very small events, and it doesn't feel like we've changed, but just having that friend changes you for good.
That you're supported and you're not alone through it. I'm of the opinion, like, this tale of two women accepting influence from each other. There's your Rocky reference, filling each other's gaps, you know? Mm-hmm. Hey, she's got gaps, I got gaps, we fill each other's gaps. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, gaps. She's got gaps, I got gaps, together we fill gaps. I don't know.
Filling each other's gaps and helping each other grow is there's so much power in the story, both from that dynamic and then the speaking truth to and standing up to power.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful meat here. Speaking of Fierro.
Beautiful meat.
Elphaba's goodness throughout this whole story affected Glinda in a major way and taught her the meaning of what it is to actually be good. And now that Elphaba's giving up on the concept of good, Glinda brings her back, pulls her back, basically by holding a mirror up, because this version of Glinda, finally, here at the end of the story, is a lot like Elphaba.
It's what Elphaba made her.
And Elphaba sees her own reflection and is reminded, oh, this is who I am, and I can't lose this. She's off with Fierro, she has fought for Oz, she's dedicated her life to this.
And she's going to go have a life.
And leave that in the capable hands of her friend. And Glinda, for her part, who's always been very self-absorbed, is now set and poised to do good for others. It is a really cool, the way it ends up like that. That's good storytelling.
It is great storytelling. And we would love to talk more about these movies. If you have any, should we talk about Nessa? Is there enough?
What other Wicked episodes would you like to see from us? Let us know in the comments below. And are there aspects of Elphaba that we just missed, went right over our heads, that you see? Again, we'd love to hear from you.
Therapist reacts to flying monkeys. So until next time.
I'm a public figure now. People expect me to...
Lie?
Be encouraging.
And watch movies. We want to thank the people who support the show on our Patreon, who get extended director's cuts ad-free. They come out early. It's a wonderful deal that you can have too if you join our Patreon. Like these people did, they have names like these names.
Shoot for the Stars.
Michelle Miller.
Paprika KK.
Lauren Cleckley.
And Alice. We love you all. Thank you.